why oracle decks are a great place to start. However, how you can also go deeper when you are learning to really listen into your intuition. Hi, I'm Maria Christine. This is Coffee Chats. I'm a past life healer, Akashic Records channeler for soul-led CEOs. All right, let's get into it again on oracle decks, as they call them. All right, so they come in different sizes, different art that might be on them. I found somewhere these like little travel decks that I really like because they're smaller and I have kind of small hands. So honestly, like when I'm doing them, it's a little bit easier for me to shuffle. So I like the small decks. But you can like find oracle decks in so many places, and if you need some recommendations, let me know. I also really love Spirit Daughter, the astrologer. She's got an amazing deck that she calls a manifestation deck. What's the difference between all the names? Honestly, they're all really the same. It's just a way for you to receive a message from the 5D. Excuse me. One, especially if you are new to tapping into your intuition. I know a lot of people that like this is the main way that they're receiving intuition and messages from their guides. Like they're mainly relying on oracle decks, angel numbers, and then Googling it, or like, oh, I saw my spirit animal. Okay. So yeah, that's like level one. However, you can take that deeper. So if you enter my world, we really go deep on intuition mastery. And it's not just by learning about it. Actually, you have to rewire your subconscious mind to remember and feel safe that you are highly intuitive and psychic. And then all of a sudden it just becomes like, oh, you receive messages on the daily. Now, with that, I'm very tapped into my intuitive channel, as are so many of my clients. I've had 30 plus women go through my intuition mastery program, Higher Self Mastery, and then they become the channel. They can start just channeling with their guides. With that said, it is still helpful to have a deck. So either way, it can be helpful to have a deck. Why? Because at the end of the day, as long as you are here on earth, as long as you are probably watching this video, you are still a human. You're still a human. You're a soul having a human experience. But as a human, we still have our ego mind. And that's another series about like, some people call for the ego death, and that's a little bit naive because guess what? Like your ego can't actually die as long as you're a human. You're gonna have an ego. But our ego is the thing that can sometimes question things, doubt things, want more confirmation. And so as long as you're a human, it's okay to know that you might sometimes just need to like double down and hear a message again. So it's why, even though I feel very tapped into my channel and I use my own intuition, gifts, and abilities so that I can really have my higher seat in the driver's seat of my business, at the end of the day, we're human. So it's why I still love starting my week with a card pull. It's still why when I'm going through some really big things that are happening either in personal life or my business, I have no problem messaging one of my like intuitive and psychic biz besties and being like, hey, do you want to do an exchange? Like if you're going through something and you need me to pull a message for you and vice versa. And we do that for each other because it's so helpful to just get that validation sometimes from another human affirming and confirming what's going on in your life. So in today's coffee chat, I want to just recap. It is so good to have some kind of deck, whether you are newer in your intuitive journey, or you have been using intuition for a while. But if you also want to not rely on these, okay, I don't really want you to have to rely on these, then you can either book a reading with me, an Akashic Records channeler for soul-led CEOs, or you can join my program Higher Self Mastery so that you can become the intuitive channel. I'm not the only deeply intuitive and psychic one. You are as well. Join me again for tomorrow morning's morning coffee chat.